long time. You saw a man who was very happy when he stood behind the Oval desk. And even with the black eye, I said, "Do you want a little makeup? We'll get you a little makeup." But he said, "No, I don't think so," which is interesting and very nice. He wants to be who he is. So you could make that statement too, I guess. Look, Elon, he wanted that person, a certain person, and we said no. And I can understand why he's upset. Remember, he was here for a long time. You saw a man who was very happy when he stood behind the Oval desk.
Disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed on this panel show are those of the individual speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of this channel, its affiliates, sponsors, or production team. This content is intended for informational and entertainment purposes only. Viewer discretion is advised. We encourage respectful dialogue and critical thinking around the topics discussed.
Party. Why I like the new party? Number one, it's a group of people that's on a panel. We all have differences, but we all basically still come together at the end of the day. The new party for me is about unity. The new party for me is about educating people to the truth, letting people know what's been going on in our country. With that being said, shout out to the new party, man. We're going to keep it going with y'all.
Welcome to the new party. I'm Nora Christine.
I'm Gray Mars.
I'm Enzo.
I'm Mia.
I'm Kamal.
And we have Skeptic. You're muted, love.
Still can't hear.
Still can't hear you. Yo, while she's fixing her mic, I want to let you guys know we usually live stream on X. I don't know if Elon doesn't like the title or the name of our show, but if you're usually watching on X, I would highly recommend you start following us on YouTube because Elon Musk is not allowing us to be seen. He's blocking the show. I mean, I can't imagine why. We just live streamed at 3. I don't hear that X is being hacked. Come on. Have you heard about any hacks on X? Because I know me and you work on X a lot.
I'm going to put it on Facebook. The X isn't working.
Yeah, X not working. Elon out here.
I really think he's blocking it. Yeah, like no, seriously, I think he's blocking the live, and I'm not being funny, because like, what are the odds that it's not working for me and Kamal? Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay, y'all can hear me now?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So, as you guys probably heard, the main topic of the night is going to be about Elon Musk having his hissy fit with Trump. Before we get into that, though, our first topic is regarding Karine Jean-Pierre. I'm going to play that clip, and then we can give reactions to that.
Yo, hold on, Nora. Hold on. Hey, bro, you in my chat right now, bro. Ask your mama mouth if I'm gay.
What?
Your punk ass is coming on my chat. Saying that bullshit.
Wait,
La la mama la ba. What the hell your name is? You got your mama. God damn.
What?
Oh my god.
Crackers in the chat already ready to glaze Elon.
Oh my god.
What is this?
Oh my lord.
Like, Elon, you
It's
said
a Thursday night for sure.
You mad? I guess we already figured out who won. Elon won because he's sending the bots. But let me Karine Jean-Pierre.
God damn.
Oh my
When
goodness.
you showed up on ABC's The View a couple of months ago. You were talking major stuff then.
What is this?
You were not the White House press secretary. You were an American citizen who was not working in the White House. What the hell you go on the show for then? Bloviating about Joe Biden and how he was alert and he was spry and he was a great commander-in-chief and he was sharp and all of this stuff. I don't have the clip in front of me because I just saw the story. You're lucky I don't have time to pull it up. But I'm fully aware of the fact that you were not the White House press secretary when you were on The View spewing the same stuff you had spewed when you were the White House press secretary. So all bets are off. You didn't have to do that. But you chose to. Live with your decisions. Live with your decisions. You didn't have to do that. But that's what you chose to do. You chose to go front and center and still spew the same party line. So what the book's going to tell us? The book's going to tell us more about the Democrats. The book going to be an extension of Jake Tapper and Alex Thompson's book, Original Sin? Yet another Democrat coming out and telling us about stuff that a whole bunch of stuff on the right was telling us, but y'all swore we shouldn't listen to while y'all were engaging in cancel culture, while y'all were engaging in excoriating anybody that called the Democratic Party out for what the hell was going on. That's what we supposed to do now? That's what we supposed to do. We're supposed to listen to you now. Okay. I'll do that. Karine Jean-Pierre, you are more than welcome to come on the Stephen A. Smith Show and explain your book and what it's going to say. But not only why we didn't hear from you while you were the White House press secretary, which is very understandable, but how come we didn't hear that from you afterwards? Why were we hearing the same stuff after you left the White House that you were saying while you were in the White House?
Yo, okay, before everyone talks, Lambo, you got a lot to say. You can call up at any time, 407-602-8114. Ray, you're going for Karine Jean-Pierre. I think she was the first female Black secretary. What's your thoughts? Are you sad? Do you agree? You know, she's no longer a Democrat, so you still support her.
No, I mean, for me, she was doing her job when she was there. She did a lot of dodging. I don't think it's like a loss that she's leaving the Democratic Party, but I just feel like she's trying to sell some books. Jake Tapper did the same thing, but he was still on CNN. His ratings dropped when he dropped the book talking about Joe Biden's decline. So I'm pretty sure no Democrats are going to like her right now, but I don't see it as a loss.
Enzo, what's your thoughts? Should she have held the Democratic Party more accountable, or was she just doing her job?
100% she should have held the Democratic Party more accountable. You are the face of that administration at the end of the day when you're in that position. Yeah, so I'm going to revert back to, like I said, you should be holding that administration accountable. You should be telling the American people what's going on, because there was I don't remember if it was a podcast or some show that she was on a couple months ago. I saw it where she was literally telling whoever was interviewing, I forgot exactly who it was, I'll find the clip, that she wasn't even getting the briefings from the president. She was not in touch with the president or the vice president, that she was getting everything from the aides. So she had no real clue. Her words exactly were, from what I remember, I didn't know what was going on. I was making things up half the time. That right there spoke volumes to me. Because it goes with exactly what Stephen A. Smith was saying. We knew this the entire time. It's all coming out now. And it's just hilarious to me that we were right the entire time. They called us conspiracy theorists. They called us crazy. And you still got Harry Sisson and Chris Mowry coming up on my live, glazing Joe Biden for all of this. But we know everything. We've seen it. So her leaving shows something. And there's been plenty of other people that left the Democratic Party. And there's going to be plenty more that still do. If they keep this shit up. They won't be winning in 28. They won't be winning in 26.
Skeptic, what's your thoughts? Do you agree, or do you think she was just doing her job?
I mean, I feel like a lot of people do things for the publicity. So I feel like this is a public stunt, because I could say the same thing for some like Republican, that are like going from being congressmen for the Republican Party to be Democrats, particularly one that's running in Florida. So I feel like people do things to basically get attention whenever they have something, like Gray was saying. I haven't heard her say what policy she agrees with, or, it being a political reason as far as like what agenda is being pushed. So I feel like it's an interesting thing for her to do, but I feel like it's a political stunt.
Kamal is the most apolitical person on the line. What do you think about her switching from Democrat to independent?
First off, man, I had to put the Lammy bro on timeout, bro. You go sit in the corner for 5 minutes, bro. Goddamn, you in the chat, kind of dumb as hell. So I didn't put you out my chat, bro. Somehow you on my side. I put your ass on timeout. Second of all, man, look it. She writing a tell-all book. What's in the tell-all book? What's she about to tell? I'm kind of intrigued. It's a grift. She just trying to get paid, and she know that she on like a losing ship right now. You feel me? The Democrats. I'm sorry, Gray. The Democrats, man, they going out sad right now. They writing tell-all books. They out here about to start selling pillowcases. Next thing you know, they gonna be on their own platform on YouTube, just like Joy Reid. It's crazy out here. Like, what's going on? I don't know what's going on. Tell all book. She independent now, but she gonna still be spewing that Democratic stuff. I'm telling you that right now, y'all.
Well, I actually do have the reasons why she left, and then I'll let Mia go. But she said it was the assessment of a broken two-party system. She intends to urge Americans to embrace life as independence. She said that she felt like she was betrayed by the Democratic Party, that she just led to Biden's decision not to seek a second term. So she's mad they pushed him out. She had a desire to think beyond rigid party lines and freeing ourselves of boxes. And she has a belief that the current political moment requires a less partisan approach and a focus on being clear-eyed and questioning rather than blindly loyal and obedient. Hey, I got to support her for her reasons. I'm not mad at those reasons. Mia, what's your thoughts?
I mean, a lot of people are exiting the Democratic Party. A lot of people are upset about the inner workings and the inner politics of the Democratic Party. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised she's claiming to be an independent, but I mean, if you're an independents 99.9997% of the time vote with Democrats, you're basically a Democrat. You're just like hiding behind independent, but you're a Democrat. Name one independent in Congress and the Senate that votes Republican. Not a single one. Bernie Sanders, not a single one. Nobody. Angus King, not a single one votes conservative at all. Independent is still synonymous with Democrats. I can't think of a single one. She's still a Democrat. She's just saying she's independent. I will say though, this feels like crisis PR to me. I feel like she's coming out as an independent to sell her book. She's going to see how her sales are. And I bet in 6 months, she's going to launch her congressional run as an independent. I bet she's going to gauge how receiving people are of her. And she wouldn't be the first. Huckabee, when she left being press secretary, she's now the governor, I believe, of Arkansas, I think, somewhere out west. So I bet Karine Jean-Pierre will launch her own bid for Congress within the next 6 months, 18 months. She's going to make it big for Congress. You heard it here first. I just got that feeling. This is crisis PR to launch herself.
And she's riding the fence. All right, guys, we're going to switch gears. We're